look around you and wonder if there really is a God? Maybe life looks so crazy, or your circumstances are not what you thought they should be, and you begin to wonder if God really exists. Believe it or not, that happened to John the Baptist, the one who prepared the way for the Messiah, the one who told everybody who Jesus was. At the end of his life, he had doubts. In Matthew 11, he's sitting in prison, and he actually sends his messengers to ask Jesus if he really is the Messiah. And it's so interesting the way Jesus responds to John. He sends the messengers back and he says, "Tell John that the blind receive sight, that the deaf can hear, that the dead are being raised." And I'm just picturing myself as John the Baptist in prison going, and the prisoners are released, right? But Jesus doesn't say that. John is being asked to look outside of his own circumstances to see the way God is working. And I think so often we judge whether God exists on the basis of the way we think life should look. And sometimes God's agenda is totally different than we think. In John the Baptist's case, he thought he was going to be a political leader, but Jesus is above politics. He was working a whole different way, and John had to learn that. But we also learn from this passage that it's okay to have doubts, because right after John's messengers go to Jesus, Jesus calls John the greatest man who ever lived. So apparently Jesus isn't rattled by John's doubts. And God's not rattled by our doubts either. He understands. When life looks crazy, he understands we'll have doubts. The point is we have to go to God with our doubts. And sometimes we have to look outside of our own particular circumstances or the way we think God should be working, to trust that God is working, that he is real, and he's just working in a different way than we think.